figure out how to do this. Now, when I set that I'm going to come and do this, there's a way to click on that link and upload it, but somehow I can't find the link, so I started over, so I hope you guys find me. Anyway, let me get a little something going here. Let's find a little cedar. And let's get going for this quick draw. Today is March 1st, an exciting time. If it's really cloudy here, but if you're not in a place where it's cloudy, tonight Jupiter and Venus line up with the moon. And this is a really important conjunction, because what this talks about is whatever it is that we really love, Jupiter's going to help expand on it. So whatever it is that we love to do, Jupiter's going to help us do that. So just kind of keep that in mind. I don't know why. Jupiter's going to help expand on it. Okay, so whatever it is that we... All right. I think I'm in business now. All right. So anyway, yeah, the planet Venus and Jupiter right now, they're doing this wonderful conjunction, dance together, and it benefits us. It really does. So, and now we're moving into this Pluto in Aquarius at the end of this month. I mean, things are being pointed for us to really kind of jump in and say, universe, this is what I love, and this is the train I want to get on, and then get on that train and then make it happen. Seriously, we're in a place in time where dreams can come true. So why not make the dreams come true? You know what I mean? Anyway, so let's see what's going on for all of us here. I am using the Wisdom of the Oracle Tarot. The funny thing about this deck, it's like I haven't used this deck in quite a while, and I really love to read with it as kind of like read it like a tarot deck, but only it's an oracle deck. And what I love about an oracle deck versus a tarot deck is that an oracle deck doesn't really have any rules. It's like here's the card, and you can talk about the card however you want to talk about it. Whereas with tarot, you have the Two of Swords. Well, it has to do with an air element, and the swords, about making a decision. And there's this blindfold, so like there's things about the Two of Swords that we all know and we all learn about. But with the Oracle deck, it's very different. So I want to do this reading with the Wisdom of the Oracle deck because, going back to my original point, the other day, well actually just yesterday, I went outside to my car and I realized I had it in my hand when I got to the car, and I was like, oh, this is so funny. Now, this must be a sign that I need to really kind of use this deck. So we're going to use it tonight for this Jupiter-Venus conjunction and see, what is it that this all means for us. So we're going to go quickly through all of the signs. And, these are the energies moving into the weekend. And, curious as to, what this Venus-Jupiter planet conjunction is going to say for all of us. So we're going to start with our Aries. All right, so if you're an Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, what does this Venus-Jupiter conjunction mean? So we got all kinds of cards coming out here. All right, so I feel like, you're at a point, a lot of masculine energy here, Aries. Here we have the Yang card and breathe. So I'm feeling like, for some of you Aries, you need to just kind of relax and take a breath, and, all will be all right, okay? And I feel like I really have to tell you that. Now, the other two cards that have come up is cleanup reversed with the question card, why reversed. So I feel like, you're at this point where you can go over something in your head a million times, all right, and just go over it and over and over it. But it's not going to make any difference, Aries. It's already done. So I feel like now what you need to do is just kind of take a breath and move on. I do want to take a couple more cards for you. So we have higher power, reverse, treasure island, and all that glitters. So I feel like there was a situation that you were involved in. And I think you thought it was going to be your everything, all that glitters. This is everything I ever really wanted. And that's with this treasure island. And this too is everything I ever wanted. But there was something off. Something really off. And I think it kind of reared its head. Honestly, Aries, I think it reared its head. And, now what you need to do is to deal with it with this cleanup card. And, just take a deep breath, dive in and deal with it, really. And I feel like once you kind of get past that crossroads, then what can come in is something that is truly more in line with your heart. All right. So that's what I've got for you. All right. Next in line, we have our Taurus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. What's going on for all of our Taurians at this time? Taurus, we have the here and now and milk and honey. So I feel like you're right where you're supposed to be when it comes to whether or not you are going to be able to gain any kind of income or money. Is this where I'm supposed to be? Is this where I'm supposed to work? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? So I think right now you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So if life may have, I don't know, thrown you a loop, kind of, took you for a little ride, that kind of thing. I feel as if, it needed to lift you up and put you down somewhere where you needed to be. And that's what this milk and honey card says to me. Now, you also have the chop wood card, reverse, and community, another card of needing to clean up, and community reverse. So, I feel like, there must have been a shift or something that happened between you and a group, or maybe it could be a work situation, where nothing was going to change. So I'm feeling like there was just a series of events that happened in your life. It's just like all of a sudden this wheel just started tumbling down, and in these series of events, you ended up somewhere else where you didn't think you were going to be, but here you are, right? And yeah, I mean, there was a lot of chaos and a lot of conflict, and but you landed. All right, I mean, really, like, you landed, and now you can just kind of get your bearings, find your ground, and from there move on. And I feel like that's what these two cards are saying. It's just like you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Everything happened the way it was supposed to happen, and now here you are. You're in the land of milk and honey. So that's a great reading for you. All right, Taurus. I think that one definitely gets kudos for you. All right. All right. Next up, let's see. I'm trying to write these times down. 7:17. Next up, we have our Gemini. Gemini, what's going on, Gemini? We're using the wisdom of the tarot. Really appreciate you all being a part of my channel, tuning in. I'm going to figure out this whole how do I go live and how do I set the premiere and blah, 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 because I just don't know. But I do the best I can. All right, let's see, Gemini. First card's out. We have the card of mending. So I feel like, what's coming towards you is this energy of needing to fix something between you. And I feel like it's either, somebody really close, a friend, or somebody you've known a while, because here we have these two young cards, young people here. So I feel like there is, this real opportunity for healing to happen between you and someone, which is always nice. I like to see that. And what else do we have? Yeah, I mean, I feel like you're ready. I think you are truly ready to make this happen, because it's one of these things, Gemini. I feel like you cannot move ahead until you like make amends. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those things. It's like you would love to like make the next step in your life and go over here, but you can't do it until this person knows where you're coming from. It's like I just need a clean slate, and I need everybody to understand where I'm headed, because I do see you going towards a new life. All right. And this is something, Gemini, you've been wanting this for a while. You're at this fork in the road, and then we have the yin card here. So I feel like this has been a long time coming. When you finally reach this point where you're at a fork in the road, there's no turning back here. It's just like you can keep going in the direction you're going in, but you already know what that direction is doing for you. Or you can go in another direction, which is what I feel this fork in the road is all about. I feel like, if you are a female, this is probably something that probably really resonates to you. Because I see female energy, and I also have the yin card here. So I feel like whatever it is that you need to fix with someone, it's just, you just need to know that everything is okay moving forward. And that's really important for you. And I applaud you for that. So yeah, whoever it is that you need to kind of fix, something with, I think it's going to be very successful, because you have to go on your way. I mean, here we're at this fork in the road. You got to move on. So the other cards that came out for you, Gemini, we have no place like home, exchanging gifts, and a change in the wind reversed. So this decision about making a move or going in another direction, it's been looming for a long time. I think you've really sat with it. Yes, you love where you're at, but I think you're ready for a change. Where you have gives you what you need, but is it really helping you grow? And a lot of times we find that we get very comfortable in our environment, so much so that, now we're not growing because we're just existing. And I think this is an energy that wants you to quit existing and to really grow and start to live life a little bit, Gemini. So I think this is a great energy, you so far out of everyone, to really kind of tap into this Venus Jupiter kind of conjunction that's offering, you the opportunity to do whatever it is that you truly, truly love. All right. Next up, we have our Cancers. They're at 10:54. All right, Cancer, are you ready? Let's see what's going on for all of our Cancers. So we are looking at the current energies going towards this Venus Jupiter conjunction this weekend. Short term. This isn't long term, just short little energies. I don't like to go too far in advance because I feel like, we have free will. So I just like to kind of present, what the energies could be like going forward. But never forget, we have free will. We can do whatever we want. All right, Cancer, what's going on for all my Cancers? Cancers, we have the card of community and round and round. So I feel like there's been this situation going on with the people around you. And it's not getting any better, okay? Because now we have the mending card reversed. So I feel like there's something within your circle of people that needs to be addressed, but nobody wants to address it. It's like that big elephant in the room. Nobody wants to talk about the fact that everybody is dressed in blue and here's that one person dressed in red. But we're not going to mention anything because we're going to pretend he's not dressed in red, and he's dressed in blue. We're just going to, kind of fake it till we make it kind of thing. So I feel like Cancer, there is this energy that needs to be shifted within a circle of people because it's just not working. Co-creation reverse, it's just not working. This energy just doesn't work for anybody. So I'm feeling like you might be, like the spearhead and trying to shift this energy into something else. Because, and yeah, see, because here we have message in a bottle with a change in the wind. Something needs to be said in order for things to change. Who's going to be that person, Cancer? Is it you? Is it someone else? Are you going to tell someone else? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's something, and somebody's got to deliver the bad message. Never shoot the messenger, all right? And I feel like this is one of those things, Cancer. It's just like you end up being the messenger, and it brings this big upheaval and this big shift and this big change, but you don't want to get shot for it. It's not you, it's like this is what's going on. So anyway, I feel like that could be an energy that kind of brings a big change around you and the people in the circle around you. All right, so that's what we got for our Cancers. All right, let's see now. We are moving on to our Leo. What time is it? 13:27. Okay. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. What's going on for all my Leos? Leo, Leo, Leo. Only one person in the chat. I hope that, as I do this, I've had to come to terms with the fact that nobody's in here when I go live, and that's okay. That used to bother me, but now it's okay. But I hope in time people do grow to find me here at 4 o'clock on a Wednesday afternoon reading some cards, right? Because really, that's what I want to do. So Jupiter, you hear that? This is what Raven Blackstar wants to do. Wants to really expand on my channel. That's what I really love to do. So, may it be that way, right? All right. Let's see what's going on for all of our Leos. Leo. So we have truth be told come up reverse. So I feel like somebody's not being honest with you, or you're not being honest with them, right? This can go either way. We all know who we are in the story, right? And I feel like you come upon some information because you may learn about something. All of a sudden you're tooling along and all of a sudden you learn that Sally's had an affair with Fred. And it's just like, wow, she told me she was out with this person, So, I mean, it's one of these kind of things where I feel like you kind of find out on the side that somebody is doing something. And then, yeah, milk and honey reverse. And it's just like they told me that they were like this. So this could be a situation, Leo, where somebody told you that they were some kind of a person, and then it turns out that they're nothing like what they told you they were like. That's the kind of energy I'm picking up here, Leo. So, yeah, I feel like the good news is that you stumble upon it. You know, this is because if you didn't know, can you imagine? Now you're moving down the road and, you know, you're really copping some feelings for this person, and the next thing you know, you find out you're in some strange kind of situation. So, whatever it is that you learn, Leo, even though you kind of pissed off when you first learn it, it's good, you know, because now you know who you're dealing with, right? And that's always important. The next couple cards I have for you is Never Ending Story and the Here and Now being reversed. See, I think, you know, when you call them out, right? Because I do feel like, Leo, you call someone out. They kind of tell you the same thing, you know, and it's you heard it from them 100 times before, but this time, you know, it's different because this time you know that, you know, there's a lot of deception in what it is that they're saying and doing, and you just can't trust them. So this is somebody who I think you know who this is. And I don't feel like it's like your lover, but it's definitely somebody who you know, who's a close person. Maybe it's an adult child, you know, or maybe, you know what, it's somebody, but it's not your person, okay? It's somebody else who's, you know, they show up on your doorstep and they've got the same story that they had the last time they showed up on their doorstep. And this time you know better, you know, because now you really know the story because you found out. All right, that's what I'm feeling for you, Leo. All right, next up is our Virgos. Where are we at? 1650, 1650. All right, Virgos, what's going on for my Virgos? I'm happy to see a couple people in the chat. Hi there. Hey, if you're in there, hit the like button. That would really help me out. Here, just like that. Hit that like button. Yep, really makes a difference. All right, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. What does this conjunction mean for this coming weekend for my Virgos? All right, first card out, we have To Be Fair, and it comes up reversed. And then we have a Change in the Wind reversed. We have Loyal Heart reversed. Woo! And then we have Soulmates. Virgo, straight up, I'm going to tell you like I see it, okay? You're dealing with your person, okay? This is your person. Two penguins, hearts. This is your soulmate. This is who you're dealing with. But they're not being honest, right? They're not being honest. They're not being loyal. You know, this is something about them that you've known about. You know, their character flaws, you knew them going in. Well, these are their character flaws. That they're not going to treat you right. They're never going to change. And, you know, they're never going to be really loyal to you. That's your soulmate. What do you think of that? That's intense. Fork in the road. What are you going to do? Because now I think you really see them. I think you really see them for what they are. You know? So now you're at a point, you know, it's like, this is what I wanted. This is who I wanted to be with. Do I really go down that road, or do I switch gears? So what is it that you want to expand on? Because that's really kind of the energy of what's going on in the stars right now with that Venus-Jupiter thing going on. You know, what is it that you really want? Is this something, the kind of relationship you really want to grow into? Or is this now the time to say, oh, I'm done? Round and round and round. So you got to break the cycle, all right? Because if this has happened to you before, Virgo, where, you know, you kind of hook up with the wrong person for the wrong reasons. Why? And then, you know, when the red flags start coming down, you know, you see the red flag, but you choose to ignore it until so many red flags are down that now here you are. You're dealing with someone who's not fair, doesn't acknowledge you. You know, so this isn't for everyone. I mean, this is really specific to somebody, and you know who you are. All right, Virgo. There's a lot of unsettled energy in your home right now, all right? A lot of chaos, a lot of conflict. The way to end that is by you really kind of seeing what's really going on and making some decisions. You know, we all have to make decisions, and sometimes we have to make hard decisions. All right, Virgo, that's what I have for you. Moving on, 1944. We're moving on to our Libras. Hi, Libra. How are you? Libra. Oh, I'm back. Are you back? Let me see. Nothing is turning. Let me see. Nothing is turning. Oh, there I am. All right, I'm back. All right, I hope that wasn't too big of a blip. Too big of a blip. I'm still here. All right, moving on to Libra. Libra, I'm still here. All right, moving on to Libra. Libra, we have here the mending card. So I feel like there's something, a situation that you need to really kind of address again this weekend. So, you know, I feel like the theme that's coming up with all the signs is that, you know, before we can move on, we have to stop, we have to fix where we're at so that we can move on. All right, you know, so it's closing up these doors, these loose ends, you know, so that we can start a brand new chapter in our lives. So, all right, here are your cards. So we have mending, exchanging gifts reversed, between worlds reversed, and no place like home reversed. So this is very unsettled energy, okay? Because within you, you're not happy at the fact that something went down between you and this person, all right? So, you know, I think it's left you a little depressed and a little lonely. And I think the situation kind of comes up. There's some kind of history about, you know, unfairness between you and this person. If you were the one, Libra, who treated somebody unfairly, you know, then you need to own that. If they were the ones that treated you unfairly, then they need to own that. And I think, you know, if it were on your end, I think you would actually approach them and try to fix it. But, you know, you can't force somebody else to apologize, right? You can't force someone else, you know, to make a decision that you want them to make. Um, so I feel like right now you don't know what to do. So we have this co-create and time to go reverse. So I think, you know, you're willing to fix things. All right, you don't want to just leave, okay? You are willing to work on this. But it's about who's going to put on the big boy, big girl pants in this, you know, because somebody needs to own their actions. And I think it's that person not owning it that's really hurting the whole situation. But it wants to be mended, Libra, so fix it, all right? Fix it, you know, because you'll be glad you did, all right, if you fix it. All right, now who are we moving on to next? Libra, Scorpio. Let's see, 2242. 2242. I'm trying to get better at doing these timestamps. All right, Scorpio, what's going on for all my Scorpios at this time? Grateful, thankful for the energies of the sky, the messages of the oracle. Grateful, thankful for all of this for our Scorpios at this time. Let's see what's going on for all of my Scorpios at this time. Scorpio, Scorpio. Oh, there's a card. Don't know what it says. Let's look at it. All right, all that glitters is gold. And whenever I see this card, man, the first thing I want to say is all that glitters is definitely not gold, now is it? And I think it's something that you learn the hard way. You know, this is one of those things where I think you, Scorpio, hung in there so long, you know, longer than you had to, and then it was time for you to finally move on, right? You finally had to take off. You finally had to do something. And whether they liked it or not, you couldn't really worry about it, okay? Because we have this masculine energy reversed to the message in the bottle. So whoever you are, Scorpio, I feel like, you know, the masculine was delivered a bad message. Or maybe the masculine delivered you a bad message. But whatever it was, Scorpio, it sent you on your way. And the good news is whenever you get in this boat, in this deck, you're finally on your way to your true north. So, you know, sometimes we invest a lot into a situation, really hoping that it's going to pan out. And then when that disappointment of, oh no, it's probably not going to pan out, really comes to light, now you're dealing with a situation, well, I don't want to give up, I've come so far, you know, but I think it really gets to the point where you really realize it's time to move on and move past this because you've got to follow your true north. So whatever it was that blew up in your face, Scorpio, I really feel like, you know, it was really divine intervention that did that. I mean, you were so unsettled. All right, look, time for a nap. It's reversed. I mean, you were so unsettled. You were just looking for some peace. I mean, there is no harm in that, to look for some peace. And you needed to break this cycle round and round. I mean, you had to get out of this cycle you were in. So whatever you did it for your greatest and highest good. So for that, only good will come from it. All right. So now let's move on to my Sagittarians. We're at 2514. 25, 14. Saggies, what's going on in the world of our Saggies? For the energies of this conjunction of Venus and Jupiter. What's going on for the energies from this conjunction? We're looking at this weekend. Grateful, thankful to all of you for tuning in, being a part of my channel. Let's see what's going on for all of my Sagittarians at this time. Breathe. Meditation would be very good for you anytime. You know, I think that is just a tool that we can call upon anytime, and it's always going to be good for us. So I feel like if you're feeling a little overwhelmed, Saggy, don't forget to take time out to just stop, smell the roses, take a deep breath. It'll do you well. So, you know, you might be under pressure. Okay, we have an unfinished symphony here. I'm feeling like, you know, there's a lot of pressure to get something finished. A little overwhelmed. That's what I'm picking up with that. You know, but once you get it finished, you're going to feel better. Right? So, you know it, I know it. Once you get it finished, you're going to feel better. So, you know, take that deep breath. Figure out how you're going to plow through this. Get yourself a good game plan. And you'll pull through, all right? You'll meet that deadline because here we have Treasure Island coming out. So you're going to make it through. You're going to make it to that point that you need to make it to. So, yeah, you know, it's just in the old days, maybe you wouldn't have tried so hard. But I think nowadays, you really are putting the effort in. Now, there is this energy around you as well where I see you really changing, all right? Because there's this energy of you meditating and finding some peace and, you know, really kind of seeking the truth, you know, and I'm saying that more kind of like in an existential kind of way, you know, so I feel like some of you Sagittarians are going to feel reborn as an effect of all of what's going on with the stars right now. And then we have a change in the wind, and it's reversed. So I think this is something you have felt coming, but it's here now. And I think now is the time to really embrace the changes that you need to do. And if finding some kind of contemplative practice is really good for you and you know that, but you haven't been doing it because you've been so busy, maybe now is the time to find that practice. And you know, it could be as simple as a morning walk every day, writing in a journal every day. You know, doing something that really, you know, kind of clears your mind and the space that you're in would be so good for you right now, Sagittarius, all right? So that's a nice, sweet little message for you. All right, let's see. What's moving on to our Capricorns? We're at 2617. Well, that was short and sweet for you. Or maybe it's 28. Oh, it's 28. See, I can't even see. 2817. All right, Capricorn. What's going on for my Capricorns? Uh-oh. All right, I feel the serendipity, money, money, money. All right, so here's what I'm seeing here. You cannot work with other people, okay? Look, you just can't. You know, this whole be loyal to the company kind of thing, you're like over it. Co-create reversed. You are ready to branch out on your own. If you've been wanting to do this for the longest time, I'm feeling like it's time to do that. I'm not saying quit your day job. I'm saying go ahead and branch out because I feel like luck is on your side. And I think you find it really hard to be in a situation and be loyal to, you know, some of the foundations of whatever program or it is that you are involved with because it's not part of you, you know. So it's like, you know, it's almost like if you're trying to promote a product that you can't, it's crap, and you know you have to stand up in front of the camera and tell everybody how great it is, and you know that it's crap, right? So I feel like you're at that point where it's like you can't do this anymore. So I feel like you are truly ready, Capricorn, to really branch out on your own. And if you need help, the help is there. Whatever you need, you know, it's always scary, but you know, Capricorns, they're pretty business savvy, you know, and they're also the mountain goat and they know how to take one step after the other. So trust that. Don't be afraid to ask for help, especially if you want to get something off the ground and you don't know how. You know, like with me, YouTube, like I have no idea how to get from here to there. And, you know, I just hit buttons and if I'm lucky it works, right? So anyway, I feel like this is you, Capricorn, you know, so I think you are really ready to really stand up and branch out and be the person who you've always wanted to be. You know, because a lot of times what happens with some of the Capricorns that I know, myself included, is we get lost in living the life that we think we're supposed to live, but what we're doing is creating this amazing life for someone else. You know, like I used to run a hotel at a big ski resort, you know, and I mean, I was there in that morning, noon, and night, snowstorms and everything else. And I mean, the owner of this place, they were all over the world just having a good time. And I was back there just really working my butt off, never making it very far. So, this is what I mean. It's just like you see all these other people, you know, living this extravagant life that you've always wanted to live, and you're not going to live it if all you're going to make is $10 an hour at the end of the day, right? So I think you're ready now, Capricorn, to really step out, branch out, and be, you know, your own boss and your own person, because I think you're going to have a lot of success, especially if you're doing something you really love. That's what this whole planetary energy is all about. Venus and Jupiter. It's just like Venus says, what do you love? Jupiter says, let's make it grow. All right, so make it grow, all right, Capricorn? All right, next up we have 3130 is our Aqua. What's going on for Aquarians with this Venus conjunct? What's going on for all of our Aquas at this time? Grateful, thankful to my Aquas. Happy to be here to read for you guys. If you do like the reading, please hit that like button. Oh, please, oh, please. It really helps me out. Look, YouTube, they just want to see that you're responding to the videos. If you don't respond to the videos, you disappear into the ethers, you know. This is, I think, what they call AI intelligence, you know, making the decisions as to who's going to be seen and who's not. So they want to see the little, you know, hit that like button. So do that and help me out. I really appreciate it. All right, let's see. Where are we going next? Aquarius. What's going on for my Aquarians? Aquarians. What's going on, Aquarius? Wisdom of the Oracle. Grateful, thankful for the messages from my Aquas for this conjunction. Thinker. So we got us a thinker. You might be thinking about something you would love to make. You know, I think, you know, there's like a win-win product in your mind. You know, so I really feel like, you know, there's something you are trying to really manifest, you know, like an idea, a thought, with that thinking card. So I like that. And the next card out is co-create. So I'm feeling like this is one of those things you might need help and you might need to work with someone else. Can you do it? Aquarius, can you do it? Can you work with someone else? Yes, no, maybe. What else do we have? Yeah, see, I think, you know, you've been down this road before where you try to work with someone else and it just doesn't work. So to me, this is almost telling me, how can I do this, you know, and do it on my own? Because I think, you know, you don't want to backpedal. You know, it's like you have this really great idea. Don't go running around telling everybody your idea, all right? Keep that close to the chest. You know, but it's just like you don't want to make the same mistakes you've done in the past. And maybe you've, you know, trusted people in the past to help you get to this point or to do this or to do that. And it's just like you just don't want to do that anymore. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not going to make the same mistakes I did in the past. And, you know, if this is somebody who thinks that they're going to work with me, you know, well, I don't know whether or not I really want to work with them. You know, so I feel like you are really setting yourself so that this project, this idea, this thought, this direction you want to take in, it's, you know, under your terms, not someone else's terms, because you have to ask yourself, can I compromise my ideas? Because the minute you bring someone else in, they want to share their ideas as well. So you have to really ask yourself, can I do this with someone else or do I want to keep it my own? All right, so that's your message, Aquarius. Funny little message. All right, now we're moving on to our Pisces. Last but not least, 34, 38. 34, 38. Okay, Pisces, you ready? All right, Pisces. Ooh, that card wanted to come out. This is come to the edge. So there's a situation, Pisces. You got to have some faith. I feel like you feel like you're on this island all by yourself. You don't know what to do. you know, and how are you going to survive? You know what image I got is that Tom Hanks movie where he's talking to the soccer ball Wilson. He's out on this island. That's you right now, Pisces. It's like, you know, you need your soccer ball Wilson, right? But, you know, there's something that you need to do, right? That you need to let go of, not for you. This is a situation. We'll see what the other cards are. Maybe we get some idea. You know, I think there's you. I just don't remember what the messages are other people, but someone got a similar thing where if you cannot clean something up, if you cannot fix something, you know, this is one of those things. This is a toaster and it's broken, and there is no fixing this toaster. You've got to throw it out, right? You cannot keep it. Why are you going to keep a broken toaster? You got to throw it out. You got to get rid of it. You know, so there is something that either you are doing or that you have that you keep doing and it's broken. It doesn't work and you can't fix it. You can't clean it up. You can't do anything with it. The minute you get rid of it, you're going to have some peace. All right, Pisces. I mean, truly, you're going to have some peace the minute you get rid of it. So that's what you need to do. You know, you need to kind of throw it out the door, whatever it is. And you have to have the faith that you can do it. This almost rings a little bit of somebody who wants to quit smoking or drinking or an addiction or something like that. Really trying to put it down once and for all. So, you know, right now, I mean, seriously, the energies are so supportive to help you with whatever it is you want. So if right now you want to quit smoking, this is a good time. Right now, if you want to quit drinking, this is a good time. Right now, you want to lose some weight, this is a good time. Oh, but you got to be careful because Jupiter, it's expansion. So, you know, it might be hard to lose weight, but you get my drift, all right? You have the support. You have the support to help you with something that's not good for you because the universe wants to help you find your highest good, which is happiness. So it's going to support you in something that's not good for you. You know, if it's going to support you and you letting go of whatever this thing is that's not good for you, that's what I meant. Then that's what they're going to do. All right. So just keep that in mind. You know, this is really what you need to do because right now the situation isn't working. You know, we have this yin card reverse. We have serendipity reverse. It's just like, you know, there's nothing that is supporting this situation. So you've got to let it go, you know? And that's what the universe is kind of telling you. If it was good for you, we'd support it. It's not good for you, so we're not going to support it. All right, so people, that's what I've got for you. Take what works, leave what doesn't. That was quick draw for this week. I hope it resonated to those that needed to hear it. And if it didn't, that's okay. Lots of other readings coming. Hit that like button, like, comment, share, subscribe. All that good stuff really helps me out. And I appreciate each and every one of you. So until the next reading, bye.